Good evening, everyone. Today is the 6th of August, and today we're going to be talking about our August 2018 monthly specials. I want to welcome everyone to the call. If you're joining us from Southeast Asia, good evening. If you're joining us from Europe, good afternoon. And if you're joining us from the United States, good morning. Today, it's a beautiful day here in New Jersey. I'm so happy because we've just had weeks and weeks of rain. Everything is looking very lush and green, so I'm happy to see everything just looking beautiful. And I have a small garden of vegetables in my back patio, and I can see cucumbers and tomatoes growing there and some really nice herbs. And for those of you who have been to the United States to visit me, you know that I'm very blessed to live on a lovely piece of property where I can kind of walk out in the afternoons and the mornings and just enjoy the fresh air. If you come this way, I hope you will join me and visit me at my home, and I really would love to see you here. So let's get started. We're going to talk today about the monthly specials and some really exciting rank advancements for this month. So one moment and let me share my screen with you. So for those of you who have been with me for a while, you're going to see that this is a slightly different format. I wanted to kind of roll it out in stages, but I'm going to a new brand. And I know that many of you know me as part of the US Upline team, but I want to make sure that you're beginning to know me as just me and a normal individual person. I think that I've been working hard to support this team over many years, and sometimes I get lumped in together with Elena, Rob, Nick, Carrie, and Fred, and so I just become one of a big bunch. And I hope that you will begin to see that I'm providing maybe a different sort of value or a different sort of group of information to you, and that proves valuable to you. So for those of you who haven't met me, my name is Elena Jordan, and I'm based in northern New Jersey, right near New York City. I will be seeing many of you at the convention this year, hopefully for the first time. And when I get to the rank advancements, there's going to be a lot of excitement because you have done some wonderful work this year. All of the ideas that are presented in this presentation are taken from the book, Essential Oils, Healthcare for Today, A Beginner's Guide. I am the co-author of that book. It details the top 50 health issues from A to Z and gives every health issue a 90-day plan. Whether you are a beginner or you are working with beginners, you need something that's going to easily allow you to find the oils that you need and find the solutions that you need using natural health products. And that's what this guide is all about. It does talk about essential oils and natural supplements, and hopefully it will begin you on your journey to good and even vibrant health. I want to say thank you to our Presidential Diamond team. This is a team that is really pushing up in ranks, and I'm so excited to be able to talk to you about some of the people that I'm going to show you on the next few pages. This is a team that's extremely dynamic, that's worked very, very hard over the last 5+ years to get where it is today. And there was a little bit of, I would say, mumbling, grumbling about 2 years ago. I remember being at convention and a couple of people coming up to me and saying, well, why aren't we rank advancing and what's going on? And I see all these people rank advancing ahead of me. But part of it is persistence and consistency. And that comes from all of you, but it also comes from leadership. And I hope that many of you will begin to recognize that just doing this call on a weekly basis brings a lot of consistency to this team. If you did not have this call available, I think it would be a lot more difficult for you to introduce your people to essential oils, to teach them about the basic concepts of essential oils. It's nice to be able to have something every single solitary week that you can point people to and say, hey, are you interested? Here's the number, just hop on. And it's always going to be an interesting topic. I try to keep the topics varied. I also try to make sure that you're introduced to different sorts of things, whether it's essential oils or supplements or body care or home care, the 4 main product lines of doTERRA, or maybe a little bit about motivation or how we can do better when we're talking to others or sharing. And the concepts that I try to talk about in terms of sharing really do apply for just about everyone, whether you're doing this full-time or you have a completely different career and you're just beginning to use essential oils. I try to include information that's inspirational for everyone, whether you're a full-time mom or you are working as an engineer or a doctor or a nurse or in an office as an accountant or you are an IT consultant. Whatever it is that you're doing, I hope that the information you hear is valuable to you, and really that's my goal. So for those of you who don't know, when we talk about rank advancements, we talk about people who have been working at doTERRA and actively sharing over a period of time. And what we want to talk about is really not only their commitment to doing this and to spreading the good news of good health, good and vibrant health, and by using essential oils and natural health supplements, it's also the commitment to help others to do the same and to help them to build their sharing and to help them to really kind of reach down and help others to build their teams. So I'm going to reveal to you in a minute the latest rank advancements for July. But part of what I love about this particular group is that they are a hardworking group that is committed to doing better. And I think if I can give you a couple of quotes, I was actually looking this morning on my phone and I found some really amazing quotes that I'll be sharing with you throughout the presentation, but it's just some things that you may want to take a if you're listening, you may want to just listen in and maybe take a few notes, because I think some of them are just are very inspirational. So number one is, when we talk about people that have reached the ranks of silver, we're talking about someone who has 3 legs, each of 3,000 PV, which means he or she has helped 3 people on their team to build up their client base and share with people, so that on a monthly basis they are bringing in 3,000 PV, which means the silver is bringing in 9,000 PV, at least 9,000 PV on a monthly basis. Now, when I think of 9,000 PV, I think, wow, that's a lot of PV. And especially because our oils are relatively moderately priced, they're priced between, say, 10 and 50 PV on average. There are, of course, some oils that are more. So to bring in 9,000 PV, it means that they've really reached out to a lot of lives. When we talk about someone who's reached the rank of gold. We're talking about someone who has shared, again, with 3 people, but primarily with 3 people that are now interested in sharing. And that person has built what we'll call a 3 premier organization, or 3 legs of 5,000 PV. And each one of those legs, that 5,000 PV, is called a premier leg. And each premier leg is 2 legs of 2,000, of at least 2,000 PV, with an extra sort of 1,000 PV thrown in there for good measure. So this is a person who's clearly not only helping others to succeed, but beginning to help others to grow in their journey to begin to share doTERRA. When we talk about someone who's reached the rank of platinum, we're talking about someone who has 3 silvers underneath them. So we talked about how a silver is 9,000 PV. A platinum has 3 silvers under them. So 3 times 9 is 27. So a minimum of 27,000 PV on a monthly basis. These are people that are really working hard and are trying to encourage others, and also trying to help others to build their own teams, to take ownership and step under the mantle of responsibility to help others with their health and to spread the word. And finally, we have the rank of diamond, which for me is really the sort of the crowning glory. I remember those days when I was striving for diamond and finally met the made the rank of diamond, felt like such an achievement. And for all of you who made the rank of diamond this month, for all of you that achieved the rank of diamond, whether I'm announcing your name or I'm not, I want to make sure that you clearly understand how much I appreciate your hard work, your dedication, and really your love of your fellow man. Because to be able to do this business on a regular basis, you have to be dedicated to other people, not just to yourself, not just to your own success, but really getting out there and talking to other people, inspiring them and leading them. And that's what this business is all about. So while our business continues to be about finding people and enrolling them and helping them to find the products and to use them on a regular basis, it is also about consistency. And so as you listen to my voice, I want you to think about consistency and how you also can plug in yourself and the people that you're sharing with on a regular basis, because that's what it's really all about. And for those of you who I'm not announcing your names today, I just want you to remember that just because it takes longer doesn't mean that you have failed. It just means that you're taking a little bit longer. And for some of you that have achieved big ranks this month, you may even be thinking, oh, but it took me so long. Doesn't matter. This is not a race. You are not racing against anybody else. You are only trying to stay in your own lane and race against yourself. So you do have enough power, folks, to change your present circumstances. So wherever you are, I want you to make sure that you're really looking at your leaders and friends. And for anyone, if I mispronounce your name or I don't read you correctly, please, leaders, jump in and correct me in the chats. But here we go. So number one, our three new diamonds, Joycelyn Schwab, Mian Fu, and Nicole Tan. Thank you and congratulations. These three top leaders, I have to say, are just sit in an amazing group. Joycelyn Schwa, I know actually from a long time ago, and she has a dynamic spirit and a kindly heart, and is such a wonderful woman. She, with her husband Tony and her sons, have worked hard at building this business despite personal obstacles and struggles, and a desire to do things in their own way. This is a very powerful leader, and I want to make sure that all of you take the time to congratulate all the leaders here that are listed. Also, our second new diamond, Mian Fu, just a sweetheart. I love Mian Fu. He is a very kind and loving and outgoing person. He also is super creative. And if you follow him on Facebook, you're going to see his wedding planning and floral design business. He actually works two businesses at the same time and is super successful, obviously, at both of them. Whenever I see his designs, I think, oh, I hope that he'll design the flowers for my daughter's wedding. She's not ready to get married yet, folks, but I'm thinking ahead. So thank you, Mian Fu, for all your dedication and to work really two careers. And then Nicole. Nicole has an indomitable spirit. Every time I meet up with her, she's enthusiastic, she's outgoing. She and her uplines have worked very closely together. When I was in Singapore last time, I remember sitting in a car with her and she was busily chatting away and telling me all of the exciting news that she has on her team. Nicole has a bubbly, outgoing spirit. What I love about each one of these diamonds is they are all completely different. They have different personalities. They have different characteristics. They have different home lives and work careers. They came from different areas. I want you to remember this as you're looking at your own life. Don't think that just because you're not like somebody else, you can't do this business. You really can, and that's what's so amazing. Our new platinums, Alan Tay and Joycelyn Tay. Alan, congratulations. Alan has a wonderful, calm, very loving spirit. He's always been very dedicated to his craft. I remember last time I was in Singapore sitting with him quietly outside of one of the venues and him just talking to me in earnest about what his struggles were and where he saw his advantages. And he was a little bit concerned about what would be his next steps. I see now that he was working very hard. He is a professional photographer. So here we go, somebody else with a completely different career. So Alan, congratulations. And to those of you who know Alan, you know one of the things he loves to photograph is food. Alan never gains a pound, it seems, so I don't think he's eating all that food. But every time I see his Instagram or Facebook feed, he's got delicious meals and places that he's gone, and he loves to travel. Joycelyn Tay, also very outgoing, a bubbly sort of personality, someone who's a little bit more hard driving. I love the fact that we're able to talk about each and every person as an individual. You do not have to be super outgoing. You can be a little bit more quiet. You can have an introspective personality, but you can succeed in this business because this business is really about spreading the word of natural health. And to our 3 goals, Ann Loy, Deborah Wong, and Z Eng. So gold is a really important rank because it begins to teach you about managing different legs and really getting in there with leaders. So this is really the first of the strong leadership ranks. While silver, of course, is a leadership rank, by the time you reach the rank of gold, you actually have 3 people under you who are beginning to think of this as a business because you have 3 premiers under you. So our 3 new goals, Ann Loy, Deborah, and Z, you are all people who are overcoming amazing obstacles and have really jumped to another level. So I want to congratulate everyone on this page. If I missed anyone, if I misspelled your name, or if I have spoken about you in the wrong way, leaders, please get back to me in the chats and just let me know where I went wrong. And we're going to be announcing, this is our new format, so we're going to be announcing rank advancements at the first call for the new month. So the first call for the new month, we're going to be announcing all rank advancements. So if you do rank advance in the previous month, this is the way we're going to be announcing it. And finally, our new silvers. Congratulations, everyone. First leadership rank. When you reach the rank of silver, you are able to actually go to the leadership retreats. Leadership retreat is like an injection of energy. You hear from all the leaders, you see all the top leaders, you get the inside scoop. I have to say, I love convention, but my favorite event is leadership. I love to go to leadership. Really feel like I learn so much. I'm in the room with many different people of different backgrounds, and I see how are they doing it? What are they getting out of it? And I leave energized and ready to get going. So our new silvers, Ginny Fang, Lee Xiao Hun, Ku YC, Ismael Zakaria, Ka Hua Lin, Yong Sheng Fu, Ayok Wang, Tian Hong Tan, Pei Lu Chan, Chang Li Lu, Yu Si Ong, Sui Quan Song, Bat Quan Te, and Ching Min Ang. Congratulations, and I look forward to seeing you at all the leadership events in the months and weeks ahead. Now, you may notice that some names are either not on here or have not reached a certain rank yet, and that's okay. Some people have also asked for privacy. They prefer not to be announced in a public forum. Whatever reason a name was left off, please contact me privately. You can text me in the chat group and just let me know if you have another preference. And of course, we will include you next month. So let's get started with our presentation. Okay, so these are the specials for us. I'm going to start with NFR specials, and thankfully this month, NFR specials and Singapore specials are very similar. We have a few differences, but not too many. I want to make sure that we are talking about them appropriately and that we understand what the differences are. So hold on one second. I'm getting one more. Whoops. I know you can't see my face, folks, but I'm actively trying to find the Singapore International Facebook page because I think it's important as I talk to you about your monthly specials that I'm on that page. Okay, so here we go. Let's talk about NFR first. So number one, your monthly specials. So for those of you who don't know, every single month we have monthly specials. The first thing we have is something that's called a product of the month. If you purchase 125 PV before the 15th of any month, you will receive a free gift from doTERRA, which they choose. And usually that gift has something to do with the season. So right now, many of us have either children in school, or in the US, children are going back to school. Many children will go back to school now in August. US universities are starting. My own daughter is going to be returning to school in the next, oh my gosh, it's so sad. I think she's going back in the next 10 days. She's been home on and off since about April or May. She was traveling for quite a while, but she's been back for the last 5 weeks or so. And I'm going to miss her like crazy. My son is out and traveling for sports with his dad, my husband, Jose. And they will return probably in the next week or so, and then he'll be off to school, but still at a day school. My son is in secondary school. He's going into his 3rd year of high school. So he's this year, next year, and then he too is off to university. So our monthly specials include a product of the month, which for this month is great for immune support and for any students or back to school. If you are in temperate climate, it's going to help you as the seasons change. But even so, when we have our kids in school, our children are exposed to many more germs, and we want to make sure that they're protected, and this is a good choice for them. The other specials that we always have are a 10% off, which means a special product is chosen by doTERRA to be discounted for the month. So if you're purchasing that product, you're basically getting a 10% discount, and including all the other discounts that you get, whether you're ordering on LRP and getting various points back, or you are ordering as part of a kit. There are always discounts that doTERRA is offering. So let's talk about our specials. Number one. Oh, and here's our other special. Very often, but not always, doTERRA offers a 200 PV special, which means if you purchase 200 PV during a single month, and in a single order, and in this case, it can be an LRP or a one-time order, you will get a special free gift. And the NFR special this month is Litsea and Manuka Touch. Now, for those of you in Southeast Asia, you're probably saying, oh, what's the big deal about that? I get that all the time. You don't get Manuka Touch. You get Manuka in the little bottle, because I know that I bought it while I was there. But Litsea you've had for quite a while. But in the US and Canada, this is a big deal, folks. We have never seen these two products. And the few times I've needed Litsea, I've actually had to travel to Southeast Asia to go and get some. And I get some from the office, and I cherish it. I actually have a bottle here on my desk that I use very, very judiciously, because I don't know when I'll be back to get another one. So now I can get my own, placing a 200 PV special, a 15 milliliter bottle of Litsea. And here's something interesting, a 10 milliliter bottle of Manuka Touch. Now, those of you who have been using Manuka or have seen Manuka in your own market have had it available as a 5 milliliter bottle of a special, very beautiful packaging. It's quite expensive, very pricey. I was able to buy, I think, 2 when I was in Southeast Asia last time, but well worth the money. We're going to talk about what these oils can do. So Litsea first, native to East Asia, Litsea has been used by the indigenous people of Taiwan in traditional health for hundreds of years. When taken internally, Litsea can help promote healthy cardiovascular, immune, nervous, and respiratory systems. The benefits. You want to incorporate Litsea into your daily routine for antioxidant support and to help keep your skin clean and clear. You can use as a spot treatment to help reduce the appearance of blemishes, and it blends well with lavender, sandalwood, or frankincense to promote feelings of balance. And I would be including Litsea in your diffuser recipes. Litsea is excellent for the lungs and for the respiratory system. And so when you look up Litsea, you will see that it has some amazing properties, but you want to make sure that when you're trying to support the lungs or the respiratory system specifically, Litsea is your essential oil of choice. Let's talk about Manuka. Native to New Zealand and Australia, all parts of the Manuka plant have been used for centuries in traditional health practices. Manuka is commonly used before or during meditation or yoga to help ground and center your energies and emotions. Blends well with peppermint and bergamot as a personal fragrance and promotes courage and inner strength. Helps to clear the skin, keep the skin clean and clear, and to reduce the appearance of blemishes. When I use Manuka, I use it actually for healing and for skin. When I was traveling in the Philippines back in May, I got a scrape on my foot that was not very good and kind of got infected and was sort of a mess. And I was applying frankincense to it while I was on the trip, which really helped it quite a bit. And when I got back to the US, I started applying my Manuka. I still actually have a scar on my foot from where I got that scrape, but the Manuka really made the difference, and I could see the skin begin to heal and the infection reduce the minute I started to apply it. So Manuka oil for anything that's stressful, even scars. I have we all have scars on our bodies from different things, whether it's from childbirth or scrapes or cuts or burns that have just never healed right. And I've been applying Manuka to a small one that I have on my knee and really seen amazing results. It does take persistence, folks. Nothing is done overnight. So I want to make sure that when you're talking about using a product like this, you're using it consistently to get your results, which goes back to our ideas of 90 days. 10% off on NFR are the HD Clear items. So HD Clear is a 3-step system that works synergistically with each product building on the next to thoroughly cleanse and purify the skin and deliver optimal hydration for a balanced moisture level. HD Clear provides a natural solution for problem skin of all ages. And we're talking about blemishes, specifically pimples, or we could be talking about blackheads, but when we're talking about clearing the skin, we're not necessarily talking about wrinkles. We're talking about making sure that the skin is blemish-free. Let's talk about what each one of these products could do. So first of all, the HD Clear Facial Lotion is a light, non-greasy moisturizer that promotes blemish-free skin, provides hydration, and improves skin texture. Now, many of you may know that some of the over-the-counter medications that are usually used for blemishes can actually dry the skin and give the skin sort of an ashy look to it. Not very attractive. While they may be somewhat effective in eliminating blemishes, they actually damage the skin in doing so. So I don't know if that's really the best thing. And so you wind up with a vicious cycle of drying out the skin and then trying to be able to clear the blemishes, which really isn't that great. The benefits of this particular product is that it includes melaleuca, eucalyptus, geranium, whole wood, and Litsea oils, essential oils to purify the skin, naturally derived amino acids to improve skin texture, and vitamin B3 to nourish and reduce the appearance of lines and wrinkles. So the facial lotion is good for moisturizing the skin and reducing lines and wrinkles, but the other two, I would say if you are a person who's plagued with wrinkles, you want to make sure that using some of our heavier moisturizers. Directions for use: like most facial lotions, you want to apply a small amount to a clean face and neck in an upward circular motion until absorbed. Use both morning and night. And for best release, we're going to pair it with the clear foaming face wash and the topical blend, which I'm going to talk about now. Okay, the clear topical blend. I think of this as sort of a spot remover. You're kind of dotting it on wherever you would have a spot on your face or other place of your body. This herbaceous blend can help promote a clear complexion and reduce breakouts. You want to use it to apply to your skin to smooth out imperfections, cleanse and hydrate your skin to look smooth and clear in the morning, and during your teenage years, apply to promote a clear complexion. So if you're not a teenager, but you're listening to this and you know a teenager, you may want to suggest this to them. And directions for use: apply a thin layer to targeted areas on the skin or use as a spot treatment. Dilute with doTERRA fractionated coconut oil to minimize any skin sensitivity. So this is pure essential oils in a blend. It is not blended like the Touch roll-ons are, which is why you may want to use it in conjunction with a little bit of fractionated coconut oil, because it will evaporate very quickly once you apply it to your skin. Okay, and our clear foaming face wash. I have to say, I love this foaming face wash. I don't happen to have blemishes. I'm one of the people who really never suffered from blemishes, except for maybe a small time when I was 13. But I like the fact that it's foaming, and I love to be able to wash my face with a foaming wash. So this is my face wash of choice, folks. So the benefits are that it includes melaleuca, eucalyptus, geranium, lycia, and whole wood to cleanse and purify the skin. Active licorice root extract provides high performance support for clear, healthy looking skin. It's also rich in amino acids and specialized algae extracts to soothe and calm the skin. You want to pump the foaming top. You can see there's a pump up there twice into the palm of the hand. Apply it onto a damp face and then rinse thoroughly with water and dry, and then use morning and night, and then following with the clear topical blend and the facial lotion. So I like the fact that this is sort of a system that you can give to a young person and say, here, you can use these 3 products together and you should get really good, good results. Now, just as an aside, I'm on the doTERRA Facebook page, and the next special that I'm going to talk about is actually the same as the Singapore special, but you have actually a different 10% off. Your different 10% off is that you're going to get cardamom at 10% off, which helps to calm the stomach and uplift your mood. And you know that cardamom is very often used in tea. It's also used in digestive mixtures. And in Indian food and in Southeast Asian food. So cardamom is an excellent addition to your daily routine, whether you want to put it in a capsule or you want to use it as a part of your diffuser routine. I love cardamom, and I love the way it smells, sort of that rich, spicy aroma. Okay, so product of the month, August 1st through 15th. This is your POM. So POM, product of the month, is On Guard. You're going to get a free 5 milliliter On Guard with 125 PV LRP order. And this is the same in the US as it is in Singapore. I do want to mention that the Singapore special is still ongoing, that it's your last month to enroll with doTERRA and receive a free doTERRA Lifelong Vitality Pack if you enroll and then place an order the following month on LRP. So just a quick reminder for those of you who are enrolling people, that is a wonderful benefit. So this is what I was talking about when I was talking about great products to use as your kids go back to school, and also for immune support. I love On Guard. It is, I have to say, my favorite blend. I use it all the time, and it's one of those workhorses that I don't even think about anymore, but it's always in my cabinets and in my bathroom, and I carry it with me when I travel, and I'll take a few drops to clean my hands, or I'll use it under my tongue if I'm feeling under the weather. Sometimes when I go to big events, I'll actually put a whole bunch of it on my feet before I go out, because I know a lot of people are going to be either touching me or kissing me or hugging me or whatever, and there's likely to be someone who has a cold or a cough or whatever, and they may not even know it. And so I walk out the door in the morning feeling healthy and strong, and I come back in the evening again feeling healthy and strong. And I don't have to worry about germs and things, because in general, I'm not a germaphobe, but I do know that there are a lot of germs out there, and that, we want to stay healthy and safe. So as one of doTERRA's best-selling brands, On Guard protects against environmental and seasonal threats with essential oils known for their positive effects on the immune system. Not only does On Guard support the immune and respiratory system, it also provides an energizing and uplifting aroma. You want to add 2 to 3 drops in a veggie capsule for an immune boost. And you want to perhaps add it to water for an effective all-purpose surface cleaner. You can soak sliced apples in water and a few drops for a healthy immune boosting snack. And you can combine a few drops of On Guard with fractionated coconut oil for a natural hand cleanser. Now, I will tell you, if you go online and you look up, you Google doTERRA On Guard recipes, you will come up with all different sorts of recipes. Actually, they're pretty fun, some of them. I've seen everything from pancakes with On Guard syrup. I've seen a popcorn recipe. And I have to tell you, I was at one of my leaders did a meeting, and she made the On Guard popcorn, and she had bowls of it sitting all along the table. We're at a long conference table in her dining room, a long dining room table in her house. And there must have been, I don't know, 5 or 8, up maybe as many as 8 bowls of popcorn. And nobody was touching them. Nobody was touching them because we were all thinking was just plain popcorn. And then she said, oh, and if you'd like to taste the On Guard popcorn, it's in the center. Well, everyone took one kernel just to be polite. And then we all started diving into the bowls and eating as much popcorn as we could. It was absolutely delicious. And at the end, there was not a single kernel left. It is a really easy recipe. You're going to have to look it up. I've talked about it sometimes on this call, and I've actually shown the recipe. If I'm not mistaken, it's a little bit of On Guard, a few drops of On Guard, some coconut oil, not fractionated, but coconut oil that you would get, the hard white one. And then when the popcorn is warm, you absolutely toss it with the On Guard and the coconut oil. And I believe you add maybe a tablespoon of maple syrup. It is delicious. It is obviously not a diet food, but it sure is yummy, and it's healthy for you to boot. Okay, so I'm giving you here, this is my gift to you, a couple of diffuser blends that you can use with the On Guard that you're going to be getting for as your gift. So here's a couple of different ones that we can talk about. So the first one, sweet and spicy, 4 drops On Guard and 4 drops Citrus Bliss. For those of you who like that sort of orangey spicy scent, this is a great one. It also has a little bit of sweetness to it. I like this combo, and I also like some of the others that I'm going to show to you. So sweet and spicy diffuser blend. Please take a screenshot of it if you'd like, and be happy and share it with your friends. Okay, here we go. Summer Garden. 2 drops On Guard, 4 drops lemon, 3 drops melaleuca, and 1 drop oregano. And you can see the little droplets beneath each one of the bottles. Summer Garden is sort of a fresh and clean blend with the lemon and the melaleuca. You get that kind of brightness. Oregano also brings in depth and a little bit of more sort of that herbaceous scent, but I like this particular blend, and it's a little bit more complex. I usually go for the more complex blends. I have a couple that I use, and some of them have 4, 5, and even 6 essential oils in them. When I'm in a hurry, 2 is great, but I like to kind of doctor around and make my own essential oil blends. And when I love something, I'll actually take various bottles of it. So I would, if I love Summer Garden, if it was a specific scent, I would take 2 bottles of On Guard, 4 bottles of lemon, 3 bottles of melaleuca, and 1 bottle of oregano, and mix it in a measuring cup, and then pour it back into the bottles. And then every time I wanted, I would label the bottles, of course, with Summer Garden blend. And then I would basically, every time I wanted to diffuse that, I would use that diffuser blend, or I would give it away, or maybe make roll-ons as a gift. So think about, especially now, the holidays are going to be coming soon. How do you put together your blends, and what would you like to share with your team? Okay, here's another one, Escape Diffuser Blend. This is a really nice one because adding additional citrus to On Guard gives it a brighter scent to it. So you want to take your 2 drops of On Guard, 3 drops of lemon, and 3 drops of grapefruit. And there are other blends out on the market that actually add in a little bit more lemon to their protective blend. So this brings out that brightness, but I like the additions of the grapefruit and the lemon. You could probably substitute petitgrain if you had it, which is another citrus, or even your Litsea if you wanted to. That would be a great addition to this to this blend. So, and last but not least, I don't know if I have one more slide. No, that was my last slide. So we are going to be back here next week. Actually, let me stop the share. There we go. We're going to be back here next week on August 13th, and we're going to be talking about mood boosters, essential oils for mood boosting. If you haven't been able to talk about the essential oils for mood, or essential oil roll-ons, or the emotional aromatherapy kit, or other combinations of essential oils and also supplements, you may want to be joining in this conversation. And somebody reminded me, thank you, my friends, that it was not Nicole Tan, it's Nicole Tay. And of course, when I was writing Alan Tay, I thought to myself, oh yes, is it Nicole Tay? And then wrote it the wrong way. So I am sorry, Nicole. Thank you for your hard work and dedication, and congratulations on your rank advancement. So back here next week on the 13th of August, talking about mood boosters. For those of you who are on the chat groups, you can see that we have announced I'm starting to announce all of the meetings for the entire month, which gives you an opportunity to really get on and to talk to your friends and colleagues about what's coming up, so that you can say, okay, for the month of August, here's the schedule. You can basically copy that link and send it off to your friends. We want to make sure that we're getting a lot of people on the call. We are 55 today. We usually limit it to 100 on the live, and then the replays are done on Oil Camp alumni, and also on Team Power Diamond. So if you're looking for a replay, but of course the winners, your essential oil winners, are only here. So today's winners are going to win actually they're going to win a lemon today, and that's going to help them with those diffuser blends. So a lemon, and I'm writing this down, and our two winners today are okay, our two winners today are Lillian Lee and Livia. Lillian Lee and Livia. And Livia, if you can hear the sound of my voice, could you please type in your full name in the chats so that we know exactly who you are. You are both winning a lemon oil today, and that's for you to be able to use in your diffuser blends and to blend with some of the other products that you're going to be receiving. So I want to thank everyone for being on the call, and we will be back again next week. Have a wonderful week, and thank you for listening. And want to see you back here next week for mood boosters. Thank you so much. Bye-bye now.